There comes a moment in every person's life when the excitement disappears, the music fades, the applause stops, the inspiration that once made you feel unstoppable suddenly goes silent. That's the moment that separates those who dream from those who become. Because anyone can move when they feel good. Anyone can chase a goal when life is easy. Anyone can give maximum effort when the energy is high and everything is working in their favor. But what about the mornings when your body feels heavy? What about the nights when you've worked all day and still have responsibilities waiting for you? What about the moments when nobody believes in your vision? When nobody is checking your progress? When nobody would even notice if you quit? That's where your future is decided. You have to understand something. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. One day you're excited. The next day you're tired. One day you're confident. The next day you're full of doubt. If your life depends on how you feel, then your future will always be uncertain. Feelings change. Circumstances change. People change. But discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline asks one question: are you going to do what needs to be done? The people who achieve extraordinary things are not always the most talented. They are not always the smartest. They are not always the strongest. They are simply the ones who refuse to negotiate with their excuses. They don't wake up every morning expecting to feel inspired. They wake up expecting to keep a promise they made to themselves. That promise becomes stronger than comfort, stronger than fear, stronger than distraction. Look around at the world. Everybody wants the reward, but very few are willing to earn it. Everybody wants confidence, but they avoid the work that creates confidence. Everybody wants success, but they run from sacrifice. They love the spotlight, but they hate the preparation. They celebrate the finish line, but they complain about the race. That's why so many people stay exactly where they are. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, the perfect timing. Meanwhile, disciplined people are already moving. You don't become powerful because life becomes easier. You become powerful because you stop allowing your emotions to control your actions. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be obstacles standing between you and your goal. There will always be someone telling you it's impossible. But your future doesn't care about your excuses. Your future responds to your consistency. Think about every successful person you've ever admired. You see the victory, but you don't see the lonely mornings. You see the achievement, but you don't see the nights they kept working while everyone else was sleeping. You see the confidence, but you don't see the countless moments they doubted themselves and kept going anyway. The results you admire were built in silence, one disciplined decision at a time. Every single day, life asks you a question. Will you choose comfort or will you choose growth? Comfort feels good for a moment, but growth changes your life forever. Comfort tells you to sleep in. Discipline tells you to get up. Comfort tells you to quit because it's hard. Discipline reminds you that hard is where transformation begins. Comfort whispers that tomorrow is another day. Discipline says today is the only day you truly own. The greatest battles you'll ever fight won't happen against another person. They'll happen inside your own mind. The battle between excuses and responsibility, between fear and courage, between temporary pleasure and lasting purpose. Every time discipline wins that battle, you become someone stronger than you were yesterday. Not because anyone is watching, but because you refuse to betray your own potential. Stop waiting to feel ready. Nobody feels ready every single day. Stop waiting for life to become fair. It won't. Stop waiting for everything to line up perfectly. It never does. Start moving with what you have, where you are, and keep moving until your actions become stronger than your doubts. Remember this, every small disciplined choice matters. Every workout you complete when you wanted to quit matters. Every page you read when you wanted to scroll matters. Every hour you spend improving your skills while others waste time matters. Those moments may seem invisible today, but they are building a future that cannot be ignored. Brick by brick, decision by decision, day after day, the world celebrates overnight success, but there is no such thing. There are years of discipline hidden behind every moment of greatness. There are thousands of ordinary days behind every extraordinary achievement. Success doesn't suddenly appear. It quietly grows in the habits nobody applauds, in the sacrifices nobody sees, and in the commitment that refuses to break. So the next time motivation disappears, don't panic, don't stop, don't convince yourself that something is wrong. That moment is actually an opportunity. It's your chance to prove that your purpose is bigger than your emotions. It's your chance to show yourself that you are not controlled by comfort, fear, or laziness. It's your chance to become the kind of person who keeps showing up no matter what, because in the end, your life will not be shaped by the days you felt inspired. It will be shaped by the days you felt nothing at all and still chose to move forward. That is the quiet power called discipline. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It simply keeps showing up until impossible becomes inevitable. Dreams become reality. And a person staring back at you in the mirror is someone you once believed you could never become. Who you become is not decided in one dramatic moment. It is decided in the ordinary moments that most people ignore. Your identity is not built on what you say you want. It is built on what you repeatedly choose to do. Every single day, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Every decision either moves you closer to your purpose or further away from it. There is no standing still. Life is always moving, and your habits determine the direction. People spend too much time talking about the future while neglecting the present. They dream about success, imagine wealth, picture confidence, and hope for a better life. But hope without action changes nothing. You cannot create a different tomorrow by repeating the same choices today. If your daily routine never changes, don't expect your life to change. Greatness is never an accident. It is the result of consistent decisions made long before anyone notices the results. Look at your morning. Look at how you spend your time. Look at what you feed your mind. Look at the conversations you have, the excuses you make, the promises you keep or break. Those small moments may seem insignificant, but they are writing your story one chapter at a time. Most people underestimate the power of a single decision because they only focus on immediate results. They don't realize that today's choices become tomorrow's habits, habits become character, and character becomes destiny. Every morning, life gives you an opportunity to become someone stronger than you were yesterday. It doesn't ask whether you're talented enough. It doesn't ask whether your past was perfect. It doesn't ask how many mistakes you've made. It simply asks one question: what will you choose today? Will you choose growth over comfort? Will you choose responsibility over excuses? Will you choose progress over procrastination? Your identity is not something you discover. It is something you build, brick by brick, decision by decision, action by action. Every workout completed when nobody was watching is another brick. Every book finished instead of wasting hours on distractions is another brick. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens the foundation of your character. Over time, those bricks become a life that looks completely different from the one you once lived. Too many people are waiting for confidence before they take action. They think confidence comes first, but it doesn't. Confidence is earned. It grows every time you do something difficult. It grows every time you honor your commitments, even when you don't feel like it. It grows every time you prove to yourself that your actions are stronger than your excuses. That's how identity changes. Not through words, through evidence, through repetition, through discipline that refuses to quit. The person you admire isn't different because they were born with something special. They became different because they made different choices over a long period of time. While others chose comfort, they chose growth. While others chose entertainment, they chose education. While others looked for shortcuts, they embraced the process. That's why their results eventually became impossible to ignore. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. A single healthy meal won't transform your body. One workout won't make you strong. Reading one chapter won't make you an expert. Saving money one time won't create financial freedom. But repeat those choices every day, every week, every month, and eventually you become the kind of person who lives differently. The results arrive because the identity changed first. There will always be moments when nobody is watching. Those moments matter the most. Anyone can work hard when there is applause. Anyone can stay focused when everyone is cheering. But who are you when the room is empty? Who are you when nobody knows whether you kept your word? That's where real character is revealed. That's where your future is quietly being built. Stop defining yourself by your failures. Stop introducing yourself to the world through your past mistakes. One bad decision does not define your identity, just as one good decision does not complete it. What matters is the direction you continue to move. Every new day gives you another chance to make a better choice than yesterday. Every disciplined action sends a message to your mind that says, this is who I am becoming. The truth is, success doesn't suddenly appear one morning. It grows beneath the surface. It grows every time you choose to stay focused instead of getting distracted. It grows every time you refuse to quit after a setback. It grows every time you stay committed to your standards, even when nobody would blame you for lowering them. These moments don't make headlines, but they make champions. Your life is a reflection of your repeated decisions. If you want a stronger future, start making stronger choices. If you want a healthier body, start making healthier choices. If you want financial freedom, make wiser financial choices. If you want peace of mind, guard what enters your thoughts every single day. You cannot expect extraordinary results while living with ordinary habits that pull you backward. One choice may not seem powerful today, but never forget that mountains are climbed one step at a time. Books are written one page at a time. Businesses are built one customer at a time. Great lives are created one disciplined decision at a time. The smallest actions repeated consistently will always outperform the biggest intentions that never become reality. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop believing that tomorrow will magically make you different. Tomorrow is shaped by what you do today. Your future self is watching every decision you make. Give that future version of yourself something to be proud of. Choose courage over fear. Choose discipline over comfort. Choose growth over excuses. Keep making the choices that align with the life you truly want, because at the end of the day, your identity is not written by your wishes, your words, or your dreams. It is written by your daily decisions. Make enough of the right choices long enough, and one day you'll look in the mirror and realize that the person staring back at you is living proof that ordinary actions, repeated with extraordinary consistency, have the power to create an extraordinary life. Every person wants a better life, but very few are willing to leave behind the place where they feel comfortable. That's the greatest contradiction of human nature. People pray for growth while holding on to the habits that keep them the same. They ask for change but resist discomfort. They want bigger opportunities without accepting bigger responsibilities. The truth is simple. Nothing extraordinary grows inside the comfort zone. Comfort may feel safe, but it has never been the birthplace of greatness. Think about every meaningful transformation you've ever experienced. None of it happened because life became easy. It happened because you were forced to stretch beyond what felt familiar. Every lesson worth learning demanded patience. Every dream worth chasing demanded sacrifice. Every goal worth achieving demanded a version of you that was stronger than the one you started with. Growth has always required movement, and movement always requires leaving something behind. Comfort whispers lies that sound reasonable. It tells you to wait until tomorrow. It tells you that one more day of procrastination won't matter. It convinces you that resting is the same as preparing. It promises that you'll start when conditions are perfect. But perfect conditions never arrive. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. Before you know it, years have passed and you're standing in the same place with the same excuses, wondering why life hasn't changed. Growth speaks a different language. It tells you to get up before you're ready. It tells you to keep moving when you're tired. It tells you to keep believing when you can't yet see the results. It reminds you that progress isn't measured by comfort, but by commitment. The moment you choose growth over convenience, you begin separating yourself from the crowd. The strongest version of yourself is waiting on the other side of the challenges you're trying to avoid. Read that again. Every obstacle you're running from may be the very thing that shapes the person you're meant to become. The difficult conversation, the early mornings, the extra hours of practice, the fear of failure, the uncertainty of starting over. These are not punishments. They are opportunities disguised as discomfort. Most people stop because the process feels hard. They mistake difficulty for failure. They believe that struggle means they're on the wrong path. But struggle often means you're growing. Think about a seed buried beneath the soil. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, roots are spreading, strength is developing, and life is preparing to break through. Growth is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. Every successful person has faced moments where quitting felt easier than continuing. The difference wasn't that they never experienced fear or exhaustion. The difference was that they refused to let those feelings make their decisions. They understood that temporary discomfort produces permanent strength. They knew that every difficult day completed would prepare them for opportunities that weaker habits could never handle. Ask yourself a simple question. What has comfort ever truly given you? A few moments of ease, a little temporary satisfaction? Comfort may relax you today, but it cannot transform your tomorrow. Growth, on the other hand, demands something from you. It asks for discipline when your emotions tell you to quit. It asks for courage when fear fills your mind. It asks for patience when success seems far away. The price is high, but the reward is worth every sacrifice. You cannot become mentally stronger by avoiding difficult situations. You cannot build confidence by hiding from challenges. You cannot discover your full potential while staying where everything feels easy. Pressure creates resilience. Resistance builds strength. Adversity reveals character. Every challenge is giving you an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you've ever imagined. There will be mornings when your bed feels more attractive than your purpose. There will be evenings when excuses sound louder than your goals. There will be seasons when progress feels painfully slow. Those are the moments that define your future. Anyone can keep going when life is exciting. Champions keep going when the excitement disappears. They understand that discipline must replace emotion and commitment must overcome convenience. Your future isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be willing to take one more step, willing to learn from failure, willing to face rejection without losing belief in yourself, willing to become uncomfortable long enough to create a life that others only dream about. Every great achievement begins with someone deciding that temporary pain is a small price to pay for lasting purpose. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's success. Focus on becoming stronger than you were yesterday. Every challenge you overcome becomes evidence that you can handle the next one. Every fear you face becomes smaller. Every disciplined action expands your capacity. Little by little, the person who once doubted everything begins to believe in what is possible. One day, people will look at your confidence and think you were born with it. They won't see the failures that taught you resilience. They won't see the sacrifices that strengthened your character. They won't see the lonely moments when you chose growth instead of comfort. But you'll know. You'll remember every difficult decision that shaped the person you've become. Life rewards those who refuse to settle. It rewards those who keep showing up when nobody is watching. It rewards those who choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Greatness is never handed to anyone. It is earned through thousands of moments where comfort was available, but purpose was chosen instead. So stop making comfort your destination. Make it your enemy. Every time comfort tells you to quit, answer with action. Every time fear tells you to stay small, answer with courage. Every time excuses try to steal your future, answer with discipline. Keep walking into the places that challenge you. Keep embracing the work that stretches you. Keep believing that every uncomfortable step is carrying you closer to the life you were created to live, because the life you've been praying for, the strength you've been searching for, the confidence you've been waiting to feel, and the success you've always imagined are not hiding inside comfort. They are waiting just beyond it, on the road where ordinary people turn back, but extraordinary people keep moving forward. The world is obsessed with loud results, but very few people are willing to embrace the quiet work that produces them. Everyone wants to be seen winning. Everyone wants the recognition, the respect, the success, and the applause. But almost nobody talks about the mornings before sunrise, the lonely nights, the sacrifices, the setbacks, and the countless hours when no one is watching. That's where greatness is built. Not in front of a crowd, but in the silence where character is tested and discipline is proven. The greatest victories are never created on the day the world notices them. They are created long before that moment. They are built through ordinary days filled with extraordinary commitment. Every early morning matters. Every extra hour of preparation matters. Every decision to keep going when quitting would have been easier matters. Those moments may never receive applause, but they are laying the foundation for a future that cannot be ignored. Too many people want the spotlight without respecting the process. They want the championship without the training. They want confidence without preparation. They want success without sacrifice. They dream about standing on top, but they refuse to climb the mountain. They love the destination, but avoid the journey. Life doesn't reward what you wish for. Life rewards what you consistently work for behind closed doors. Understand this. Your private habits will always become your public results. What you repeatedly do when nobody is watching eventually becomes impossible for everyone to ignore. If you are lazy in private, it will eventually show in public. If you are disciplined in private, that discipline will eventually speak louder than your words ever could. Your character is developed in silence before it is revealed in the spotlight. There are moments when you'll wonder if the work is worth it. You'll put in effort and see no immediate reward. You'll sacrifice while others are enjoying themselves. You'll stay focused while distractions seem more attractive. You'll question whether anyone notices your commitment. In those moments, remember this. Seeds grow underground before they ever break through the surface. Just because you cannot see progress doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Every hour you invest in yourself is changing you, even when the results are invisible. Every page you read is strengthening your mind. Every workout is building resilience. Every difficult conversation you face instead of avoiding is developing courage. Every promise you keep to yourself is increasing your self-respect. None of these victories make headlines, but together they create a person capable of extraordinary things. The strongest people aren't always the loudest people. They don't need to announce every move they make. They don't seek validation for every step forward. They understand that true confidence comes from preparation, not attention. While others are busy talking about what they're going to accomplish, disciplined people are quietly putting in the work. They know that results will speak with a volume that words never can stop. Chasing recognition before you've earned mastery. Focus on becoming so committed to your craft that excellence becomes your habit. Let other people chase popularity. Chase progress instead. Let others compete for attention. Compete against yesterday's version of yourself. Every improvement, no matter how small, is another step toward becoming the person your goals require. The world often mistakes success as something that happens overnight. It sees the breakthrough but ignores the years of preparation. It celebrates the victory but overlooks the discipline that made it possible. It applauds the achievement but forgets the countless failures that taught valuable lessons along the way. Nothing meaningful happens overnight. Every remarkable accomplishment has a hidden story filled with persistence, setbacks, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment. There will be days when no one encourages you, days when nobody believes in your vision, days when your progress feels painfully slow. Those are not the days to stop. Those are the days to prove that your purpose is bigger than your need for recognition. If your effort depends on applause, you'll quit the moment the crowd disappears. But if your effort is driven by purpose, you'll keep moving whether anyone notices or not. The mirror is your greatest audience. Before the world respects you, you must respect yourself. Before people believe in your abilities, you must believe in your discipline. Every time you keep your word when nobody is checking on you, you build trust with yourself. That trust becomes confidence. That confidence becomes courage. That courage becomes the strength to face challenges that once seemed impossible. Never confuse silence with failure. Sometimes silence is preparation. Sometimes silence is growth. Sometimes silence is where the strongest foundations are being built. The tallest buildings stand because their foundations were laid deep beneath the surface where nobody could see them. Your life works the same way. The stronger your unseen foundation, the higher you will eventually rise. Stay committed to the work even when it feels repetitive. Stay disciplined even when the excitement disappears. Stay faithful to the process even when results are delayed. Success is rarely about one extraordinary performance. It is almost always about ordinary actions repeated with extraordinary consistency. The little things done every single day become the big things people admire years later. One day people will look at your life and call you lucky. They will see the confidence but not the fear you overcame. They will see the success but not the sacrifices you made. They will see the victory but not the lonely mornings, the late nights, the failures, and the moments when you almost gave up but chose to continue. They will only see the finished product because they weren't there for the construction. So keep working when the room is empty. Keep learning when no one is teaching you. Keep improving when nobody is praising you. Keep showing up when nobody expects you to.